Coming out stories.
Hi, my name is Freddie Heineman. I am a comedian, performer, and writer living in New York City. Go figure. And I identify as being bisexual. Now, a good friend of mine from high school, Jamie Lefkowitz, asked me to make this video for something that he's doing, which is kind of a cool project. I guess he'll edit this out, me saying that. About how I came to that conclusion and how I felt about it and how other people have felt about it. In all honesty, it's kind of something that was brewing inside me for a long time. I guess I kind of always knew it was there. I don't obviously believe that homosexuality or bisexuality is a choice, or that feeling transgender is a choice as well. Um, Growing up, I always saw myself as a man of statistical probability. So for there's a long period of my life, I felt that, and this is, I guess, maybe my way of me easing myself into the situation, or maybe lying to myself in a weird way. But I felt that if there were 8 billion people on the planet, that there must statistically be one man that's perfect for me out there, that might sweep me off my feet, or one woman. I mean, either way. But it just opened my mind to the idea of being open to bisexuality, and I think that sexuality isn't a black and white thing. It's very gray, and it's mixed, and it's very very fluid. And I do believe very much so in the Kinsey scale, that it's a sliding scale, and that not everyone is 100% homosexual, and everyone is 100% heterosexual, and that some people have sort of a liking to both, and that someone falls somewhere in the middle. It's very rare, I think, statistically, for absolutes to happen. That being said, there were many experiences in my life which, just having very open friends and performers and being in a very uh, welcoming community, that I felt okay coming out like that. That being said, being a comedian, I don't particularly talk about it in my act or in the public eye, even though I have written essays about it. And that's not me being ashamed of it or anything like that. It has a lot more to do with the fact that I feel like it's irrelevant to my act. If you know me personally, I have no problem talking about it, and if it comes up on stage, I have no problem facing that issue. But I'm not one to broadcast it constantly, because I feel, even though it is part of my identity, I don't see it as being the sole part of my identity. That being said, having a younger brother that is gay, and now a younger sister who's sort of struggling with her own sexual identity, um, a lot of my family was pretty supportive, surprisingly, although some members weren't. Some of the older members, even some closer members of my family, some immediate family, weren't particularly okay with it. But I was surprised, considering that a lot of the comic community, especially males in the comic community, are sort of like this boy club, and some of them use the word, faggot or gay, not in a mean sense or a homophobic sense, or because they actually feel that way, but because they were grown up in a sort of era of machismo. I thought maybe they would be pretty judgmental, but when I openly came out on Facebook about it to a lot of the comedy community in New York City, I was surprised to find that many of them were super open and really accepting and nice about it. That being said, there's a lot of discrimination, particularly toward bisexual people, and it's kind of surprising to me that, considering homosexuals are a group that knows a lot of what it is to be ostracized in a community, or a lot of prejudice, I find it very strange to me that many gay men that I encounter just assume that I'm going through a transitionary phase, even though I've been bisexual for years or for all my life, and that it's something that I'm going to work out of or work through. It almost reminds me of when you see like really big macho kind of guys. They meet lesbian girls and they go, oh, they're what they think are so hot. They go, oh, that girl is so hot, but she just hasn't slept with me yet. And a lot of gay guys have that same kind of confidence, and it's insulting and it hurts. It hurts, but it's immediate turnoff for me, 100%. And you see it with girls a lot too. So everyone as being homosexual, it's funny. Everyone just kind of assumes you're gay. You meet girls, and you tell them that you've slept with men before, and they go, "Oh, so you're gay?" And you're like, "No, I just slept with you last night, so I'm not." And then you meet gay men, and they go, "Oh, so you slept with women, and you slept with men." You'll stop that women thing soon enough. But it's just not true. Um, I'm attracted. I think I personally am attracted to personalities and people more than anything, and learning about people. And whatever turns me on just kind of turns me on. It's a very liberating experience. I remember the first times when I'd come out openly with a group of my friends, we were out drinking, and I came across two very attractive friends, a guy and a girl, a gay man and his friend, who was a very beautiful dancer. And it was such a liberating experience to realize that it didn't really matter. I was attracted to both of them, but it didn't really matter how it was going to go. I didn't feel confined to the idea of a binary system of gay or straight. That whatever I felt like in the moment, I could go toward. That was just something that was so incredibly freeing and amazing to me. I really hope that people will become more accepting in the future about this sort of behavior, about bisexuality and being open about it in the public eye. Because just now in TV, we're starting to get more real homosexual characters that aren't just stereotypes, that aren't just archetypes, that aren't just caricatures of what they actually are in the public eye. And I hope to see within the next 10 or 15 years, we'll see a lot more bisexual characters. I particularly love Captain Jack from Doctor Who, and some more transgendered characters as well. But it's all just a matter of progress, and progress a lot of the time, unfortunately, isn't a race. It's kind of a slow march. So it's going to take some time for people to be more accepting about it, and that's okay with me. And maybe in that time frame, I will be more comfortable talking about it on stage, or I will feel like it's more of a relevant thing to talk about. Yeah, that's my story. If anyone has any questions at all, just feel free to hit me up on Twitter at Freddie Comedy, FREDDIE Comedy, or look me up on my Facebook page, Freddie Heineman, and check me out in New York City to do some stand up. I love to talk to anybody after the show. If anyone wants to bounce any ideas off of me, or they want to talk to me about how they feel, about their emotions, or about their coming out stories, or anything like that, I would love to hear about it. Okay. Thank you very much. This is me signing off. See ya.